This podcast is brought to you by Enlightening Learners Academic Coaching and Tutoring Services. In this presentation, we're going to look at solving a system of equations by using the multiplication method. Some questions that you'll need to consider. When do we use the multiplication method in order to eliminate a variable, and what are the steps needed in order to complete the process? As you'll see here, the elimination method is a process by which we have to cancel something. So the question is, which variable is going to be the easiest to cancel out? I can choose to cancel any variable out. However, I've got to have something where a y's will cancel out a y, or an x will cancel out an x. Okay, so let's figure out what we're going to do here. We're going to eliminate, I'm going to choose to eliminate my x's first. So I'm going to multiply this bottom one by a -4. I'm going to write my top equation down, and I'm going to multiply -4 times x to get a -4x. -4 times 2y becomes a -8y, and -4 times 14 becomes a 56. At this point, I can combine, and I get a -11y equals a -48. Divide by -11. I beg your pardon. -56 and 12 combine to give me a -44. Makes it a little bit easier. And when we divide -44 divide by -11, we get y equal to a +4. We're going to plug that into either equation. This time I'm going to plug it into my first equation, substituting y with my 4, and solve for x. We add 12 to both sides, and 4x is equal to 24, and x equals 6. My solution is 6, 4. In this case, I need to figure out a common number that both values can go into. I'm going to multiply this equation by a 4, and I'm going to multiply this equation by -3, because I want to get rid of my y's. -3 times 8 is a -24y, and 4 times 6y is a +24y. So I'm going to eliminate my y's. -3 times 12 is -36. -3 times 16 is going to be a negative 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1 is going to be a 48. And 4 times 12x is a 48. This is a +24y. And 4 times 9 is a 36. Now if you'll notice, when we multiply these all out, everything cancels. I'm left with nothing. What that tells us is that these two lines lie on top of another, and we have an infinite number of solutions. At any given point, they cross each other. Lastly, we have a situation where I want to eliminate my x's, so I'm going to multiply this one by a 2. I'm going to multiply this one by a 3, and 3 times negative 2x is a negative 6x. 3 times 4y is a 12y. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 6y is negative 12y. And 2 times 8 is 16. When we do that, you'll notice that my x's eliminate, my y's eliminate, and I'm simply left with 25. But I have nothing to solve for. In this case, my answer is no solution. It's because the lines never cross. They're parallel.